Welcome to the Life Domination Online Coaching Program. This is CJ Ortiz of cjortiz.com and metalmotivation.com. This is the first episode of a 5-message series on dispelling the darkness of your fear. I always post the first episode of these series publicly for free to give you a taste of what the Life Domination Online Coaching Program is all about, and I encourage you to be a part of it. Just visit the link below, and you can learn more about how to be a part of this inexpensive way to get you from where you are to where you've always wanted to be. It is 5 videos each week on a specific topic shown in a private Facebook group, which you'll be given access to. And you'll be in there with me, working with me, and a host of other people who are just as committed as you are to personal achievement and personal transformation. So check out the link below and be a part of that. But all this week, we're talking about dispelling the darkness of fear. Because in essence, there really is only one force that paralyzes people, and that is fear. What is fear? Fear is emotion. It's an emotion that's caused by beliefs. A belief that by doing something, you're going to experience some form of pain. Now, fear is not actual pain, as in a broken bone, burned skin, or pulled muscle. Fear is emotional pain, but it's an emotional pain that we create by our beliefs about ourselves and the future. And in this regard, this is what makes fear the most powerful, powerless force you'll ever experience. It is the most powerful, yet powerless force that I have ever witnessed, and it's the primary culprit behind all of humanity's unrealized potential. Think about that. Is there anything more powerful? Look at all that fear restrains in people, not just in your own life, but in those you've heard about. How much does fear play a part in restraining us from releasing our potential? Well, how much personal power do we have? Look at what people have achieved. Look around you. Look at all the technology, the innovation over the few thousand years that we've been able to develop. That's all human power. Well, fear can restrain that kind of power, which makes fear the most powerful yet powerless force you'll probably ever witness. How can something so powerless operate so powerfully? How can something so powerless restrain such insurmountable amounts of human potential? Very simple, because the mechanism that controls everything is in our mind, and fear is a belief. It is a belief system that you have. It is something that operates in you, and it's what will restrain you, because it is the factor that is controlling your mind, which determines your will. And you can be afraid of all sorts of things that are real, but in essence, you're only afraid of that which you believe. Think about it. You're only afraid of what you believe. There are those that are afraid to fail, for example, and they never launch out on their dreams. They're afraid that because if they fail, then it's only going to prove what everybody's always said about them, that they're a loser. It's going to prove what they always thought about themselves, that they are a loser, that they can't do it. That's a fear of failure. There are those who fear success, those who never launch out on their dreams because they're afraid of the responsibilities that come with success. They're afraid of how they're going to be judged if they have success. There are those who are afraid to speak of other people. They believe that they'll be laughed at, they'll be scorned, called a moron. These are the fears that can restrain us. There are those who fear rejection. They believe that if someone turns away from them, that somehow that communicates their actual worth or value. And so we fear things like rejection. But what is fear in essence? Fear is emotional pain that's created by our assumption about the future or any given situation. Fear is created by beliefs. Therefore, one needs only to change their beliefs in order to start eradicating their fears. That's what it is. Fear is an emotional pain, right? It's not a pleasure, that's for sure. Fear is not pleasure. Fear is emotional pain. And it's an emotional pain based on what you assume lies ahead of you, what you assume lurks ahead of you, but it is simply a belief. It is a belief that if you do a certain thing, you're going to experience a pain, and so you avoid that. That's what fear does. Farmers use fear as a means of protecting their crops. It's the scarecrow effect. And when a farmer wants to protect his crops, he'll set up a fake scarecrow, which looks essentially like a person, and sets it out in a field on a pole with a pole going across and some old raggedy clothes on it and a hat, whatever. Now, you and I, have absolutely no fear of a scarecrow because we know what it is. We know what it's for. Birds or crows, however, can fear a scarecrow because they, in essence, give life to the image because of the way they interpret it. The bird will give life to the image of the scarecrow and make it alive, and therefore make their fears alive, and not, hopefully, to the farmer, attack the crops. So this is the creative power of fear. And fear works the same way in us as it does the crow. It's when we believe the appearance of what we fear, which makes us more afraid. It brings more reality to the thing that which we fear. It gives life to it. It breathes life to it. It's creative. It's taking something that has no life, and we breathe life into it by our fear. And this is what makes it that act of creation. The breathing of life, just like the crow breathes life, gives life to, in Frankenstein fashion, to the scarecrow. So whether that threat is real or not, we will make it real by the power of our fear. We grant life to a lifeless monster, and then the illusion neutralizes us from taking action on the thing we say we desire most. If you have the capability to do something, if you have the ability and the desire to do something with your life, but for years you keep putting it off because you're afraid of failing, that's so close to insanity. But that's also how powerful fear is. It's just a belief, whether it's fear of rejection, fear of getting up and speaking, fear you're going to get hurt, fear you're going to get your heart broken again, fear that you're going to fail, fear that you're going to succeed. All of the fears that control us and limit us, they are simply beliefs that create emotional pain. And like the crow, it's these beliefs that we use to give life to the lifeless monster and make it alive. That is what fear is, and that's the darkness that must be dispelled from your life. That is the monster that must be destroyed. That's your task. Destroy it, dispel it, eradicate it out of your life. Well, that's what we're talking about all this week on Dispelling the Darkness of Fear. 5 videos in the Life Domination Online Coaching Program. You can be a part of it. Join up anytime. You can sign up anytime. You'll have access to all the archives of previous series that we've done. You can join in. What an encouraging, motivating, inspiring group of people we've already got in there now. It's a group that I administrate, again, on a private Facebook page. All you have to do is visit the link below. Go there right now, learn more about it. It's very inexpensive. For less than $20 a month, you can participate in that, and I'm sure your life has a hell of a lot more value than that. So I appreciate you watching. Join me in the Life Domination Coaching Program. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.